And so then later in our mother-daughter journey, we decided, after she graduated from grad school with a master's in social work, she was really struggling trying to decide what was she going to do next with her career. And so she went through this period of indecision. I said, well, hey, why don't you think about coming along with me for an internship? And so she said, okay, that sounds like a great idea. Now, let's be clear on what I'm thinking, how this is going to go. This is Yoda. That would be me. This is Luke Skywalker. And that would be Casey. And I'm going to pass on all this amazing wisdom to her because I'm going to be her mentor, right? So we go out for our very first day of training. I teach all day long, and she observes, and we get back in the car, and I said, how do you think that went? And I'm settling in the seat, waiting for the praise. And she said, you know, Mom, that story you told at the end of the day, really, I think it's a little dated. I think the story needs some editing and could really use some refreshing. And I looked at her and I thought, wait a second, this is not how this is supposed to go. But she was right. Then the next day it was, Mom, can we talk about the way you scrunch up your eyebrows when you're listening to somebody? It looks like you're being critical instead of, I know you're a great listener, but it looks like that's not what you're doing. Okay, Casey, I'll fix my face. The next day it was, Mom, can we talk about your wardrobe? I mean, really, Paige and Janet Reno? Okay, Casey, so change my wardrobe. But then there were more, it was clear to me that I was not the mentor and that she was the tormentor. So then we got into some more serious conversations. And she said, Mom, can I talk to you about something that's important to both of us? And I said, yes. She said, you know, Mom, my counselor said it's time for me to talk to you about the role that you've played in my eating disorder. And my heart sank. And I said, what do you mean? And so she started telling me about some things I had said to her that caused her to feel less than good about herself. And I was heartbroken to hear the unintended consequences of my words. And then we started exploring, where did body image come from? How do we feel about ourselves? She said, where did your messages come from? And I remembered that I had a relative in our extended family who used to say, you know, your cousin's the normal one, you're the fat one in the family. And she and I realized that we need to change the stories we told inside our heads about our bodies, the things we said to one another, and we made a commitment that everyone we came in contact with, that we would lift them up and not allow this terrible cycle to continue. And then I said, hey, how do you feel about that girl that started the rumor about you? She said, you know, Mom, she's damaged. Her family's damaged. And I think that damaged people sometimes damage other people. I have forgiven her. She said, but I'll also tell you this. She used to have a bad pattern of doing that until she came in contact with me. So where is Casey now? Well, she worked her way through college working at Disney, and they called her back and said, we would like for you to come back and continue your work as a seasonal. So she went down there intending on staying just a few weeks to finish her time out. Then she called and said, Mom, this is where I'm supposed to be. I said, all right, stay down there. A few weeks later, Mom, they've called and said they want me to apply for a leadership position here inside the organization. There were 600 applicants, internal applicants, 27 people were picked, and one was Casey. And so she was actually supposed to be on the stage with me today, but she couldn't come because she was selected for a brand new assignment. And what did they say to her? They picked her for this assignment because, number one, she can have tough conversations and she's skilled at it. She holds people accountable in a way that's respectful like they've never seen before, and she's an influencer. So I think that's pretty amazing. So what kind of phone calls do I get now? Mom, you are not gonna believe this. I had a cast member who was failing. He was living out of his car. He was struggling. He couldn't get his medicine for schizophrenia. He was going bankrupt. He was getting a divorce. And she said, I sat down with him. I said, hey, help me to understand what's going on. He said, you're not gonna fire me, are you? She said, how's that gonna help you? We need to set you up for success. I ran into him yesterday. Mom, he's going to school now. He and his wife got back together again. He's on his meds. He said, she's so much better. And he said, that conversation that I had with him made all the difference in the world. There was another woman who was being bullied by other cast members. Casey sat down and gave her a crash course in how to have a crucial conversation. She said, I ran into her, and she said that everything has been straightened out, then she's doing better than ever before. Teach your children well, and they will teach you and the rest of the world in return. Thank you so very much.